Lord Stanley and the Cheerleaders. It was just after 6 o'clock in the morning and very cold. Okay, maybe not for you, but for us. Us weaklings in Southern California, 38 degrees is like an ice age. I was walking back from downtown where I went to get some cold and flu medicine. I strolled past the little ice rink they have at LA Live, a restaurant hotel entertainment complex across the street from Staples Center where the Kings and Lakers play. They had taken down the big Christmas tree that stands in the middle of the rink through New Year's, and now there was Kings signage everywhere. Hockey just came back to town after the strike, and they were gearing up their marketing. The sound of hockey sticks and skates echoed through the plaza as a group of players batted a puck around. There were some very pretty girls playing as well. What the heck is going on here? Right in the middle of one section of ice was a raised table with, wait a minute, is that the Stanley Cup? As in Lord Stanley Cup, won by the world champion Los Angeles Kings? Yes, it was. I moved around to the street side to see why it was sitting on the table. It turns out the girls were Kings cheerleaders, and the players were just regular dudes. They were shooting some kind of promotional video. But there was a lull in the action. I thought, wow, there's no one out here in the cold breaking dawn except me, these dumb dudes playing hockey, some very hot cheerleaders, and the Stanley Cup. I doubted I would ever get this close again. "Hey, do you mind if I come over the boards to get a picture?" I yelled as I climbed over the boards. You know, sometimes it's just best to ask permission for something as you are actually doing it. I also knew they wouldn't mind. Hockey is different than other sports. If this was a Lakers promotional event, there would be security everywhere. With hockey, you just join in. They waved me closer. Come on! One thing that struck me right away, the names on the cup are tiny. I know that every team that has ever won is printed on there. Almost every team. So it's kind of crowded, but the names are small, and the older years look worn down and faded, almost rubbed completely off. I asked one of the cheerleaders to take my picture. I almost asked if I could pick it up and hoist it over my head like I had just won the Stanley Cup Finals. Normally the NHL doesn't mind if fans do goofy stuff like that. I mean, there are legendary stories of where the Stanley Cup has been and what has been done to it. But the video guy had it all ready to go for his shoot, and he was getting impatient. Plus, I was an uninvited guest at their party. I just stood behind it with my hands in the pockets of my golf jacket and waited for the cheerleader to take my picture. You know, all those years I played hockey in Canada, in Edmonton, Alberta, as a kid, and my first time with the Stanley Cup is in, of all places, Los Angeles. Well, with the weather we've been having, it's been feeling like Canada anyway. Folks, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and you never know, you just might meet a Los Angeles Kings cheerleader, but probably not.